Hello everyone, this is Andrew, and I'm going to be casting my first ever live game today. We actually have brothers facing off against each other. So once this game loads up, we should be good to go. The map, as you see, Steps of War, very short attack distances, so it might not be that long of a game, but still interesting nonetheless. We have down to the south, Gustavius, as we have seen in my previous cast in his game on Desert Oasis, and up to the top his brother Duncanrun. And Duncanrun has been playing a little bit today, so he has some experience with Protoss. Hopefully they were good experiences. And we also saw Duncanrun face off against it was Caramel, the Zerg player. And what he did for most of those games was mass Hellions. So let's see if his TVP has a similar build to it. We also saw an early barracks for him in those games. Looks like he's going for the supply depot this time. Very good play. And Gustavius droning up. He did get a supply depot down on 9. Excuse me 1 second. I will be right back. Alright, so he does have the pylon down. Gonna see when exactly he gets out the gateway. Doing some nice scouting in the beginning. Seeing that his opponent is gonna go for a wall off. Doing that annoying attack with this probe early on. Very good. Hopefully he can multitask. Oh, is he actually gonna get the kill? No, he walks away. Trying to build up some shields. Good play. Didn't even take one hit. Very nice from Gustavius early on. He is saving up his chrono boost. He might do an early zealot rush. I'm not too sure. We will see. He starts the chrono boost out a few probes. I'm very interested to see what tech route each of these players go. What comes out of this first barracks? Still nobody on gas, so possibly an early expansion. And Gustavius does have a forward pylon, proxy pylon, so it looks like a 4-gate play might be coming. Does get his gas a little bit later. He will be chrono boosting 2 zealots out. Duncanrun looks like he's opting for a double barracks instead of that factory Hellion play that he used in the game against Caramel. This proxy pylon's in a nice position, because if you can get any type of air or anybody up on this cliff, you can start warping things in, annoying the piss out of any expansion. 2 Marines are on the way, and is he going to send these Zealots out for some early aggression? He has 2 up right now, Cybernetics Core, Pylon. Maybe he should be getting that second gateway soon. I'd hope to see that coming up if he wants to do that early pressure, which is seen from this proxy pylon. And we do have a tech lab going up. Possibly Marauder play, an early bio ball from Duncanrun. Very good about his supply this game. Does have a lot of drones. Let's take a look, see what the income is for each of these players. Well, actually only 14 over Gustavius, having 19, now 20. And the second gateway is going down. Is it going to chrono boost the warp gate technology? No, he's opting to warp out. He's going to use that chrono boost to get that early sentry. He has 4 zealots waiting in for the rush. And he's going to put some pylons at the bottom, at the top of his ramp. Here comes the probe. I've also learned a few new observing functions in the game, so I'm going to try and use as many as possible during this game. Gustavius, kind of being passive. I thought with this proxy pylon he might try and push out a little bit earlier, maybe poke around, see what's going on, possibly even take an early expansion with that. But instead, he's opting to build up a small force and then possibly push out in a little bit. We do see Duncanrun just doing a similar thing at his base, chilling at his ramp. Wants to make sure he's protected early on, and he is getting supply blocked as well. Here come 2 supply depots. He's been good about using that mule, but he is queuing up a few units. That supply block is going to hurt him a little bit, I think. Not too much, though. And he is getting infantry level 1 weapons. So I like to see that play as well. He's getting another tech lab. So possibly some marauders. I don't think he has any scouts yet. But as I say that, he's bringing a marine in. He's not going to be able to see too much, though, as this force has just crushed any hopes of poking around in there. So again, both of them a little bit in the dark, as Gustavius does opt for Stargate and taking the second assimilator. Void Rays could do some damage here, like we saw in the previous game. I hope he doesn't, and he's also not relying on them as much. You do see he has this big force, but Duncanrun's pushing out. This might be a little late from him. His army looks to be a lot smaller, and with this ramp placement, with this ramp positioning from Gustavius, it's going to be tough to deal with that type of attack. Not a huge fan of that force field, as the zealots are getting taken out on the return. And more reinforcements coming in, so it looks like Duncanrun's pretty committed to this attack. This ramp is going to be a tough spot to attack Gustavius, though. And there, see, Gustavius might just want to hold on to this ramp for a little while. And if he goes for a counter right now, he should be in pretty good shape, as only 2 marauders left, and they are just getting eaten alive by this force. Is Gustavius going to do a little counterattack? This looks like a good time. There's only 3 marauders and a marine to reinforce this army, so this could be an early loss for Duncanrun. He's trying to hold this ramp. I'd like to see him just move up a little bit further back. Oh, move those forces back, Duncanrun. Oh, and they're all coming in to these stalkers, and it looks like he's going to have free reign of the base. Gustavius coming in with all 6 of these stalkers. I think he left a few units behind, but it may not even matter at this point. Target down those marauders. Very nicely done from Gustavius in game 1. I believe Duncanrun's going to be forced to GG out of this game. Let's just see, maybe he wants to make one final stand, as Gustavius is targeting those easy kills on the tech labs. He might just, all he has to do, focus down those marauders when they pop out, and he should be fine cleaning up the rest of this base. Don't know if there's anything Duncanrun can do on this map, and a very nicely played game by Gustavius. He really used this ramp to his advantage, and Duncanrun charged up there blindly. I think the forces were very similar in size. Gustavius might have had a few extra units, but that vision really helped take control for Gustavius in game 1. And I'm not sure yet which map we're playing for game 2, but we will move on to that game, and I'll see you then.